root for your favorite team, whether it be Vietnam or Malaysia.
This was one of the hardest matches to predict in Pick'ems for me.
This is one of the easier ones for me, actually, but we'll see. Like, Vietnam is amazing, but I think Malaysia is just too good, but that's partisan. Let's see, here we go. Actually, Watara Kisa actually is their third player, and that's an interesting one because as you can see right here, Watara Kisa's act is very low, rushing a lot of the slower streams here.
Watara Kisa is huge accuracy loss.
Yeah, Watara Kisa is more well known for like sustaining combo more than anything. So Malaysia is banking on GIვილI and 2800 having much stronger accuracies. As you can see right here, 2800's act is very strong. GIვილI is alright, 99.86, comparable to Lovely L, but not comparable to Tridoan. So they're banking on Vietnam just breaking here. And so far they're doing pretty solid. This is one of the easier parts of the map. This is hard to ratio, but there's still a lot of choke points here.
Yeah, a lot of these players now dropping slight accuracy, no one at 99.9 now. But Watara Kisa doing the difference.
Watara Kisa is holding on though, like his accuracy has more or less been like constant 99.3, so he's doing pretty well. He's hitting very late though.
Yeah, that will be a concern I think.
Yeah.
Let's see if they realize it in time. They are starting to gain accuracy now, so the lead should shrink a little bit. So you see Asrieli now, Asrieli dropping to 99.6.
Yeah, Asrieli actually, like one of the stronger Rice players, actually having a little bit of trouble here. But again, like, they have a good lead, they just need a sustainable combo. This is a part that's easier to act, but it's very hard to be consistent on, so you can expect breaks if possible.
Yeah, and this is about like 4,000. I think it's like 3,000, 4,000 lead. Vietnam, this is very, very risky now.
It's very lovely.
And that's 1 minute from Lovely. Oh, that's gonna give it back to Malaysia.
Yeah. Oh, that's 222. Oh, now that's even. Yeah, only one more break from either team would solidify this, and I don't think there's really much left. There is a few, like 2 more streams, but I don't think there's enough time left.
I don't think so. Unless something huge drops from Vietnam, like a couple.
It's about 200 from Lovely L, but that's definitely not enough. Watara Kisa's act deficit. Really not there's too much ground for Malaysia to cover there. As you can see, Watara Kisa's act is very, very low compared to every other person in the lobby. Oh my god. Yeah. And shoutouts to 2800's accuracy, 12-1, 13-1, really, really strong. And Vietnam with the very solid combined 10-200 safe picks at this point, because I think this is by far their safest pick, and the rest of the picks I think Leon starts to struggle for hybrids, so we'll see. Anyway, back to this. Song number 2, LFO. Good song. Early lead.
Yeah, Lovely L being the difference. Everyone holding 99.9 in the first 100 notes.
Right, pretty solid so far. Wow, this gap is actually a little bit smaller than I anticipated. Right, this part though.
It's starting to grow now towards Malaysia.
It's starting to grow, but it's still like a miss can swing way back to Vietnam.
Yeah, GIვილI's accuracy right now, 99.9.
GIვილI, 2800. Actually, look at Malaysia's general accuracy compared to Vietnam. Completely demolishing Vietnam at the moment.
This is some team score right now.
Yeah. Again, like any break can happen here.
Vietnam actually, they're doing really well trying to keep up.
Yeah, Vietnam is doing a really good job. This section is also really hard, so you can expect a few breaks here. Accuracy drops should not happen too much. The accuracy should stay more or less constant. They just have the whole full combo, and gap is getting big. Lottery dropping.
Yeah.
Lottery had a big drop, 99.7 to 99.3. So Malaysia has a... Yeah, there's very little of the map left. It's just pretty calm, and even if Malaysia drops, it shouldn't really matter.
It needs to be a huge one. It can't be like a single drop.
Yeah, there's just one little part here, but I don't. It's too late for them, I think. This is a really sickening score from Malaysia. Oh my god. All right, let's see your ratio,
wow.
GIვილI.
2.98. 114.
Wow. And Tree Doan with the double V1 double S. Hello. Wait, and I don't know if Vietnam can actually like FC this consistently. This is the hardest map in the pool, in the rice pool, I think. People will say cheat real, break the law real, but they're wrong. So, all right. Tara getting a better start this time around, but I expect his accuracy to drop pretty hard from here on out. As you can see, 200. Ooh. Okay, Watara's not having a good time. Back to 99.4, but GIვილI and 2800. Oh,
no.
That's drops.
A big one.
That's 2 drops. Yeah. Oh my god. Right before 400 combo too.
Yeah, so that lead's not going to extend towards Vietnam's favor.
By quite a bit too. But 2800's act is going to go up from here on out for sure. Watara's act probably going to stay at a constant 99.4. This part is pretty chill. Oh god, those throws. Every time I see people rushing the throws, I'm always scared. Alright, this part should be pretty free. Broken jump stream. It's a good place for players to recover act.
Yep, they're all recovering act. Oh
my god.
Oh no.
Scores should not flick back, I believe. But Watara's act is going up pretty nicely. Yeah, I don't think it's enough.
It might. But we'll have to see
the accuracy drop. That tree Doan. Oh my god, that was a really rough drop.
That's a bigger one than the previous.
Yeah. And as you can see, Tree Doan with the lowest accuracy by far in the lobby right now. Even way lower than Watara's right now, 99.6%. And actually Watara's doing pretty good. And GIვილI is like, you know, being
GIვილI is doing his own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, this is still within 1 miss.
No, it's not.
Have to hold it.
Like, there's very little. They have to, like, Malaysia has to miss twice at this point. They have the act advantage. I believe Malaysia has 1 miss over them at the moment. So this is pretty safe, and they're reaching the very end of the map. And even though this part is pretty straining, there's not much room for Vietnam to recover here. And oh jeez, GIვილI's act is pretty gross.
Yeah, and that is the first break point of the match. By about 10, 11,000.
11,000 points. Yeah, that's a really sick ratio.
Oh my gosh.
13-1 on 14-1 on GIვილI's end, and 2800 with a pretty strong ratio as well. And as you can see, Australia and Lovely just not able to keep up with the top 2 Malaysian players, which I also understand. So they were basically, but yeah, risky pick, very risky pick, and I'm not happy with this being picked. Personally, from Malaysia, I feel like this is something that Vietnam should pick desperately, but you know, looks like Sevelia dropped.
Oh, GIვილI dropped too.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, he broke early. Okay, that was fine from Sevelia. So Malaysia with a 1 miss deficit, but they have the stronger act, I believe. Actually, yeah, Vietnam has a stronger act. My bad. Oh my god. Barely though, just barely.
Very small lead.
Yeah, and it's so easy to break in the first half of the map, so you can expect a few more breaks later on. Just a matter of whether it's going to be Malaysia or Vietnam. And it's anybody's game from here.
And the first very quick jump through bursts.
It should be pretty safe. It's more so the Ellen-oriented parts that I fear for Vietnam for sure. Wow.
Into the break.
Vietnam is doing amazing so far.
Yep.
Triple FC, 99.8.
Across the lobby, yeah. Try the one missing on that.
Oh my god. That is not good. It's a very soft drop. Like, it only dropped like 0.06, but given that GIვილI broke at the very intro, like, it's gonna swing back to Malaysia for sure. So Malaysia has to hold full combo to win this pretty safely, but there's still a lot you can break here on. There's so much you can break here on.
We're going into the ending really soon.
Ending should be pretty safe for most of these players. It's very rice-oriented and should be well within most players' wheelhouse. Vietnam with a very slight act advantage. But when it comes down to the outro has taken a few places. Neo KG and Lovely is creating there to make a difference. In fact, actually, I think hurts Vietnam a bit more. So let's see the outro, the very outro. This is very, very close. And no breaks at the ending.
No drops.
Looks like a very slight win for Malaysia. And as you can see, GIÜI's ratios are pretty disgusting here. 14-1. Okay, 16-1 before Mifa lynches me. But yeah, I mean, these scores are crazy. Like, these are not scores that you probably expect, even like from Vietnam. Malaysia. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. I'm sorry, Israeli. You broke the code.
That's the future sight.
Yeah, that's kind of like how tournaments go. If you say that you don't want to choke, then you will choke. Wait, looks like Watara is here. So another issue I think with like this pick in general is that like I think core jacks are super easy to hack, and I spoke a bit too soon there. It looks like Watara's not having a good time with 99.2%, but core jacks are easy to recover if you have the speed for it, and Watara definitely has the speed for this map. So I expect this act to be quite solid, like 99.55, and given that you're up against 2800 and GIÜI here, I'm not too sure if this is the most comfortable thing in the world. Let's see in the first chorus, shall we? No breaks so far, and Vietnam's the comfortable lead. Actually, Vietnam's act is pretty solid. Esreli dropping a bit.
Oh no. That's quite a bit of accuracy.
And Watara recovering back to 99.6. Esreli dropping a few 200s in like one of the anchors, so the act advantage is on Malaysia's side now, and it's pretty solid here with 99.94 and 92 against 90 and 77. And Watara's act is still going up. But again, combo game. If anyone breaks, then the lead is gonna be way more solid.
Yeah, and Vietnam is actually trying to get that lead back because Esreli is recovering faster than
Esreli would definitely recover. He just needs to assess the rest of the map, which is a pretty tall task, but it's possible for him.
We go again.
Oh, the gap. Hello. Watara dropping 200s on the LNs.
Oh.
Looks like the lead is very slightly back to Vietnam, but it's swinging back and forth.
I think this is going to be a point where we might want to start seeing any weird flashing names.
Well, it's always been like that, to be fair. Just hold on to your chairs and pray for your favorite team. Oh my god. Focus on the accuracies now, I think. Or breaks, of course, but I think 200s are more likely here. It's like no breaks, no 200 so far. Everyone's rock solid. I think everyone's act is the same. The gap is getting really, really small, so now I can see a flicker there.
It's like actually start gaining accuracy.
That's really dropping accuracy. That's really got a 200. Oh my god, it's super close. What did we drop? The accuracy drop just a little bit. Oh my god, this is really close. There's a little bit of choke potential here, but will we see it here? No! Wow! 1,000 points, wow. Yeah, you can see the ratios there, like... Jeez. That was really close.
Wait, Watakisa got a 50?
Yeah, I think he got a 50 like on like the intro or something.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Yeah, that almost that could have costed Malaysia the point. They thankfully didn't. As you can see, 2,800 GIÜI's acts are pretty disgusting. And shout out to Cheeto and going gaming with 20-1 as well. And actually, good job to everyone for sure. Triple FC being like another map with like very heavy rice components that Leon struggled with.
Yeah, Vietnam actually had a better overall attitude than Malaysia.
Yeah. That said, this is a lot harder than Etude, and I think this is a bit. This is less LN oriented as well. I think the LNs in Etude are much harder. But yeah, let's see. Song number 6. Vietnam poised to cover some ground here. Pretty good so
This
far.
intro, yeah, it'll take a while to kick in.
And I do think that like the most relevant parts for Leon would be like 2/3 in, regardless. Like this, like the first third of the map is pretty chill. I expect a few 200 drops here and there, but it shouldn't be that much damage, I believe. Oh, let's go too soon again. GIliwoi dropping on the mini jacks, I believe. So pretty big advantage from Malaysia, but I do think they have a lot of ground. They have a lot of ground to like recover, especially on Leon's end, I believe. And GIliwoi, of course, with the eminent keyboard drop. Sabelia's act is also relatively low, but I don't think that should mean too much as long as they hold full combos from here on out. Leon dropping, there we go. That's his first drop. But Malaysia still has the egg advantage for sure. Yep. And there are still more rice components, I believe.
Now this map is pretty lengthy, about 3.5 minutes, so...
Yeah, there are a lot more rice. Like here, I'm not sure if Leon can hold on to this. He's doing quite nicely here, but again, any drop can happen. No drop so far on this part, which is really impressive for both teams.
And the lead currently stagnating at Malaysia's side, just from GIliwoi's accuracy.
Yeah, GIliwoi's accuracy is kind of a thing right now, like as you can see. Even 2800 too, 99.79, much higher than anyone in the Vietnamese team. And Leon too is like middle of the pack, if he were a Vietnamese player, so... There's still a lot of rice components left though. Very curious to see how well they do. And again, no combo breakers so far beyond Leon and GIliwoi. But I think a single combo break can swing the lead back to Vietnam if Malaysia breaks. This part is pretty tricky. I expect a few breaks here. We're going to see a few 200s, so they're not super comfortable. Oh, lottery dropping.
From Vietnam side, yeah.
Looks like Malaysia having a very comfortable lead now. I'm not too sure about the rest of the map. I think this is relatively safe for Malaysia for sure. So unless something really catastrophic happens in Malaysia, I think Malaysia has it.
Yeah, this is Malaysia's lead to lose now.
Yeah, this part is all LN. This should be fine for Malaysia. Again, I don't think like they need to miss like twice in order to lose this lead, I think. So, and this heavily advantages Malaysia. Like even with Leon dropping a 200, I don't think it should matter. And this is not to say that like, yeah, the map is calming down now. Very little place for them to lose points here, and honestly, like any FC on this is crazy. So great job to any player who has FC'd this, like 2800, GIliwoi, and Sabelia. GIliwoi with the epic 11 to 1, 11.5 to 1. 1-200 FC, 2000 3-200 FC, and Sabelia with the 19-200 FC. Yeah. And I believe he has the Vietnamese team. Not that it matters if they can't full combo though, and there's a lot of choke points in this map. And as Rayleigh mentioned, mind block gaming, so he might have mind blocked it too.
Hence the mirror.
Yeah, and GIliwoi with the solo as 100,000 buffer. Right, root for your favorite teams, everybody. This is match point for Malaysia. Right, early lead for Malaysia. Vietnam lottery dropping back pretty early on, but there's a lot of choke points in this map, especially the ending. No issues so far from Malaysia. Caroline's actually doing really, really good. 99.85.
Oh, GIliwoi! GIliwoi rushed!
Yeah, GIliwoi rushed that.
Oh,
gap is still pretty small though. GIliwoi, I believe. Completely slipping that.
Yeah, that lead just catapulted towards Malaysia.
Yeah. Complete slingshot, and something catastrophic has to happen to Malaysia with this drops like that, I believe.
Yeah, there needs to be some combo drops now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. accuracy
The
dropping
gap
to
is actually
3-1.
getting bigger too. Tri Doan's like messing up some of the starters too. Back down to 97.5. They're not having a good time. And looks like Malaysia is doing an excellent job so far.
Yeah, despite the accuracy drops from GIვილI and also GIliwoi dropping down to 0.4, still everyone holding FC, and that is what matters right now.
Yeah, even GIliwoi dropping at 100 doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not too sure about whether the ending can matter with a gap this large too. I'm very curious.
No, there needs to be something absolutely huge.
Yeah. Let's see.
This is 100,000 points.
Yeah.
Almost.
Shout out to Lottery though.
Yeah, Lottery getting the...
MVP?
almost getting the best score. Oh,
Really?
contesting with GIვილI.
Looks like, yeah.
Oh, 5-300s.
RIP. He choked the ending.
The triple jacks. But yeah, that will be it.
Sure. And Vietnam did very well. Like, please don't let the 6-1 influence anything. Like, that was closer than I anticipated for certain matches, certain rounds, like for some of the race picks. But Malaysia too strong, I think.